Welcome to Serotonin Seeker, where we talk about mental health issues and general well-being. Here's your host, Owens Community College Director of Counseling Services, Royann Johnson.
Today's content may be a little disturbing, it may be a little intense, it may trigger some, and it may bring up some very intense emotions. And if it does, Community College Counseling Center of Owens is here to support you. So give us a call and we can talk things through. You can reach us at counseling services at owens.edu or by phone at 567-661-7228. Again, you're here with Outcast OCCR, Owens Community College Radio, and you are a Serotonin Seeker. You're here with RJ. I'm the Director of Counseling Services here at Owens Community College. Today is a very special show, and it's a very important show. We are going to be talking about domestic violence, and to that note, we're running a campaign here on campus for domestic violence awareness. You will see all around campus silhouettes with stories of domestic violence survivors. And each silhouette is numbered, so you might see a hashtag DVAM and a number. And when you see those and you take a selfie with those silhouettes, post them to campus social media to be entered into a raffle to win a $20 gift card. We're bringing awareness and we're bringing information to the masses. Thank you for tuning in. Today I have a guest speaker. This is part one of a two-part series, and we have Shayla here with us today. Shayla, I'm going to just dive right in, and I want you to feel as comfortable as you'd like to say as much or as little as you want to. How did you know that you were in a domestic violence relationship?
I knew I was in a domestic violence relationship once he started getting verbal abusive. He wouldn't necessarily call me on my name, but everything I did, he would just yell about it.
And how soon after you guys started dating did the yelling start?
It actually started before we started dating, but I kind of thought maybe if we did get together, maybe it would change, but it didn't.
Did it ever turn physical?
Yes.
Are you comfortable, Shayla, sharing with me what that physical aggressiveness was?
Yes. Well, one day, it was actually Thanksgiving Day. I had a rental car that I had got because my car was down. And he basically tried to take over the rental car. He couldn't find the keys, and he thought I had hid the keys from him. And then when we got in the room together, we was arguing, and then he just pounced himself on top of me on my bed. I was face down in the comforter, and then he just had his hands on top of my head to where I couldn't breathe. Once he was on top of me for like 5 to 8 minutes, I think. He picked me up and just have his arm across my throat. And then I don't know how we ended up falling on the floor. He got on top of me and choked me to almost to death. I almost blanked out. He was on top of me just choking me. And I remember, I think I did black out. I was praying to God. I just was God, because this is my last. I don't know after that. Then he just let my neck go. I just started breathing like really, really deep because I couldn't breathe. He popped my vocal cord. I just was gasping for air. He ended up getting in the car and he left.
You know, Shayla, I appreciate you sharing that, and I want to take a moment to just check in with you because I know it's difficult to not only share a story like that one, but to also recall it. I know how difficult that can be. So I just want to take a minute and make sure that you're taking breaths and that you're taking a moment to stay calm and stay present in this moment because you're safe right now, right?
That happened 2 years ago. we had to go to court, but he never showed up to none of the courts. I had to get a protection order out on him. He still was trying to call me and stuff over social media, but every different account, because he had changed his account and I wouldn't know who he was. And I just figured out that it was him, and I just blocked his social media.
It sounds like you've been able to stay away from that relationship since you decided to leave it. And that's my next question. What fueled you to get out of that unsafe situation?
I have a child at the time. He was, this was 2 years ago, and he's 5, so he was 3 years old. I knew I had to get out the relationship for him because, first of all, I don't want him growing up thinking that it's okay to put his hands on females, and then I just don't want him to see me in an abusive relationship.
Absolutely. And that's a brave and just incredibly smart thing to think of, like your child's future, but also your own future. Because what is your future going to be like with your son if he grows up and he does think that it's okay to do those things, to hit anyone in a relationship? So I want to take a moment, Shayla, to just thank you for completing this interview with Counseling Services. We are here with Joshua Blaine, our engineer, and I want to thank him for all the behind-the-scenes work that he's doing. So thank you so much. And, of course, Counseling Services are available, Shayla, if you ever want to discuss this further or if you want to talk about it. But if you feel very good where you are now, I just want to thank you for sharing your story. I do believe it's going to help a lot of people. So thank you so much.
Can I say something to, females or even males, because males be in domestic violence relationships, too.
Yes,
get
please.
Out of it. I know sometimes it's hard because you may love that person, but it's not worth your energy. It's not worth your mental health. And it's most definitely not worth your life. If you are in a domestic violence relationship, please get out. You can die. I almost died from being in a domestic violence relationship, and I got a child. And I want to grow old and see my child graduate and be here for all the memories and the fun activities that's going on with my family and friends. If you're in a domestic violence relationship, please leave that person alone because it's not worth your life.
That is an important message to share with the masses, and we are certainly thankful that you are here to share that and to speak to those who may still be facing a situation like that. So again, thank you so much, Shayla, for your time and for being here with Counseling Services today. You said you write music. Do you sing at all?
I'm actually a rapper, but I've been trying to get into my R&B style because I know R&B gets everybody. But yeah, I pretty much songwrite, and I can write music for people too, but that's pretty much it.
Amazing, amazing. This is Serotonin Seekers with the Counseling Services here at Owens Community College. My name is RJ, and I want to thank you for listening. This very important message and this very important story that was shared. I'm going to thank my engineer, Joshua Blaine, for doing an amazing job and being supportive and making sure that everything went smooth behind the scenes. Again, you're listening to Serotonin Seekers, and this was part 1 of a part 2 series on domestic violence, bringing awareness to campus and our community. Thank you so much.
You've been listening to Serotonin Seeker with your host, RJ Johnson. Listen to this podcast by visiting the Owens Outcome Student Media Center website and clicking on the link, or listen here on Outcast OCCR Owens Community College Radio.